So, as usual, another unfortunate thought about the reality of the world where I was born into crawled its way into my brain again. As in yet another sad truth about this world. It made its way into my brain because I got an email from the People's Voice talking about, Oprah is this and this and this, following the Jeffrey Epstein files and whatever else. And it got me thinking yet again that, all these criminal elites, all these evil people that are running the world, they only have status and power because literally the rest of the human population makes them celebrities, or consumes the product that they put out, and that only happens because I guess everyone is bored. All these people are bored in their comfortable worlds, being bad with their own skeletons in their closets, and they're, I guess, happy to add more skeletons to their closets or whatever. And obviously, the network, it puts these people, the media outlets put these clowns on your television screen, filling the character roles of hero or trustworthy daytime public figure, whatever. And obviously the truth is that these people are ungood people. They are evil people, and the people who are in charge of giving people like Oprah, who is allegedly tied to child sex trafficking organizations, the producers of the Oprah Winfrey Show, and the executives of whatever channel her shows are aired on, they are also a part, as in they are also involved with those unlawful and criminal acts. And I was just thinking, why have we as a population, as a generation, of millennials, not organized and decided to vote to put people like Oprah and all these other criminal people in public government authoritative positions? Why have we not voted to remove them from their positions of authority? Because that would be the quickest way to end all this drama. They are just people after all. And I think that's the problem. They are just people. And something that I have observed through my life experience is that people like hearing about other people doing bad things because it makes the average person feel like less of a loser for some reason. It's like misery loves company, I guess, which is unfortunate, but because it should, be obviously the opposite. Like, there's no reason why we should normalize evil behavior just to, like, be able to point the finger at, like, somebody on our TV screen or someone on our news feed, saying, like, they're bad. And, we shouldn't make a profitable business, like an economic system that is based on just word vomiting, like bad things that people have done. That's like, it's so gross. Like, example, the People's Voice, the email I got, the newsletter said, oh, blah, 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 something bad. Subscribe to our Patreon to get the full story, to get all the information. And it's just like, why are we monetizing the behaviors of evil people? Because all that does is create an incentive for people to continue to do evil. It just makes, like, a business out of evil. It makes doing evil a for-profit business. And I don't know about anyone else, but everybody else on the internet claims that they think that that's wrong. They claim that they are against people like P. Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein. Everybody is so up in arms and vocal online, and yet there's a paywall for all the information, and there has never been, from what I've seen, anyone organizing to bring everybody involved in this system, like the entertainment industry, to justice, to actually, like, reclaim our time and blah, blah, blah. And it's not like we couldn't do it, There are more of us, there are more 30-year-olds now than there are people who are P. Diddy's age or older. And there are more younger people than 30-year-olds who are physically capable of standing up for what's right, participating in an actual revolution, beyond just posting some virtue signaling YouTube short or TikTok video with the creepypasta music sound effect in the background, So I'm just posting this video because, it just feels like the clock is ticking, and either we can do something about it and organize to arrest all these evil people. I mean, like, P. Diddy doesn't even make good music. I haven't listened to a P. Diddy song since I was in middle school. And the only reason why I even know any P. Diddy music is because of MTV, which I don't understand why programmers and producers of MTV would put someone with criminal activity on TV for little kids to watch. And I don't know why an adult DJing a middle school dance would play music by P. Diddy, knowing their criminal behavior. It just seems very gross and brainwashing and, just exploitative, like, I didn't realize that Jeffrey Epstein was funding my middle school after school dances and activities. That's like how it feels, like that these pervy pedophiles in government and media and other industries are all like doing what pedophiles do, which is prey, and sexual predators prey on weaker, smaller, stupider people, aka children. And the bigger problem is, why would adults why would my parent allow that kind of music to be played? Why would our parents allow people like P. Diddy and Oprah and Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton and everyone else to like have these like authority positions? Why have none of our parents voted these people out of power? Why have they not protested or stood up against the cycles of abuse and sexual deviancy and harm? And that's what it is. This isn't a thing about the typical Bible Belt bullshit saying that, no, this is real. I mean, I think what the people associate the word deviancy as like claimed by like Christianity or like the church is like intentionally like used to try and I don't know, I guess piss people off. But I just think like it's time for an actual change. There's no reason why the world has to be so horrible and such a dark and black and evil place. And I don't want any part of it. And it would be only beneficial for things to change. So yeah, I think as a generation, as a population, people who are struggling, the general masses should all come together and recreate the French Revolution in any degree, any variation, and just like overthrow 1%, you know, overthrow the criminal justice system, which really only is either like a cement vacation for mentally ill people, a cinder block with partially whatever food, and really do what everybody claims to say that they're doing, you know, that they're good people, when, you know, actions speak louder than words. And there are two types of evil people in the world: people who do evil actions, and people who know that evil is being done and are basically just audience members consuming and enabling and encouraging through audience participation the evil to continue to be done. And, you know, if that's the case, like, then why even have laws to begin with, you know? I think that's the biggest thing. Like, either we actually do, I mean, what should be fun, I mean, talk about, like, revenge porn or whatever. Like, how great would it be to have all these rich, wealthy, predatory losers be stripped of their rights and their assets and status, and, you know, see them squirm like rats and maggots in a gulag or whatever. Like, that would be great. And that should be so unifying in general. And then we could just, like, basically do whatever we want once they're gone and out of the picture. Or we just dissolve all laws, since we're basically living in a lawless society as it is, and just let it be a free-for-all, which is what I'm sure some people want out there who are evil as it is, like, but this middle ground of pretending to be good people and just being stupid, like rats running around a maze, or like a hamster just like running on a wheel. It's just like, it's really tired, and it's really annoying and embarrassing. So, you know, money is the root of all evil, and that's all these people in authority have, and money isn't even real. So there's no reason for them to have any leverage or influence over anyone. So that's just my thoughts on everything going on. But, you know, I don't really care, because at the end of the day, every day we just get closer and closer to the nuclear apocalypse. And I guess if as a generation we are too lazy to do what is right, to move our species in a actually positive direction, then the other option is just, you know, blowing up the world and admitting defeat and just quitting which I'm also fine with. But this is just me trying to put out some good information, put out some helpful ideas, and hopefully inspire real change before it's too late. That's all. And, I'm just saying this as, someone who cares. Because there's a lot of, religious people, it's just funny because, you see all these religious people on YouTube, for example, Charlie Kirk, trying to, preach to people and tell people how to live. But it's how can you tell people how to live when there is actual real problems in the world that aren't being addressed? There's actual abuse and real evil beyond what people of consenting appropriate ages, gay men, do with their bodies, with each other, or even what drugs people put in their body. It's just I don't know why there's this idea that in order to have fun, it has to be a sin. And the only way that you can not have a guilty conscience about quote unquote sinning, aka enjoying yourself, is based on needing somebody who is worse than you as a straw man or whatever. I don't know where this shame spiral comes from, and I don't know where this guilt spiral comes from, but most of the drugs, I would say at least a fraction of the drugs out there, come out of the ground anyways. And anyone who believes in religion, I think there's some type of Bible passage that says, if it comes out of the earth, it's not bad for you. So I don't know where this guilt and shame comes from, but all I know is that for those religious people not doing anything and claiming to be a Christian or a Muslim, and being too lazy to actually do good in the world beyond posting a Twitter post, because that just sounds like false profiting. That just sounds like false prophets to me. The host of the People's Voice, who says that they have all the information and the expose on this, that, and the other thing, but they want to charge a paywall. And then claim that it's just because that's how the world is, we need money to survive, which we don't. We need food and shelter and water, and we don't need to pay money for those things because they already exist in the world. And the only people saying that we need to pay for those things to exist are the people who are connected to these criminal activities. The people making us work a job to have money to pay for food and shelter and water are the same people raping children and committing crimes and murdering people and genocide and defending losers like P. Diddy, and perpetuating the cycle. So, if you're religious and you're failing to step up and do the right thing, then I'm pretty sure you're going to hell. And if you're not religious, whatever, I'm not religious either, but then you're just part of the problem. So, the point of this little tail end to the other spiel was, life is meant to be enjoyed. But if the only way you enjoy life is causing harm to other people, then it should be legal for other people to cause harm to you. Under that same philosophy of it bringing joy and happiness. Because personally, I know I would be happy to see every single authority figure in my life put in prison and getting the death penalty. So, for all of the ways that I was harmed and abused by those people, because them abusing me made them happy. So, what goes around comes around.